You're in your car, late at night, radio static humming, and you swear you see something in your rearview mirror. No bumper, no headlights, just eyes. Creepy, huh? But shrug it off. Probably a raccoon. You drive on, and that, my friend, is the moment it started. Monday night. I'm heading back from work. Nothing special, just a long shift. My phone buzzes at the same time I see it, like the universe trolling me. Look behind you! Except I didn't. Instead, I text my buddy. Long shift, gonna crash. Pull into the driveway. Lights on. My cat, Morty, greets me with a meow like he's the doorman to the underworld. But when I walk inside, the temperature drops. Not subtle. My breath puffs in front of me. My phone dies, and there's a black smear on the wall. Looks like someone ran their fingers through paint. Except I live alone. Timestamp check, 11:03 p.m. I laugh. Hey roommate, whose face paint is this? I poke at it. No paint, no smear, just an imprint. Weird. I clean it with soap. It won't budge. I chalk it up to weird lighting. Go to bed. Morty stays downstairs, probably chasing ghosts. Tuesday rolls in. Coffee tastes like ash. I tell my coworker about it, expect a sympathetic, caring reaction. Instead I get, dude, stop watching those horror story vids. Classic. By Tuesday night, I pull the curtains tight. The house feels different, too quiet. Everything starts feeling off. My cereal box shakes. Morty's fur stands on end. Then I hear it, a key in the front door. At 10 p.m., not mine, not scheduled. No text, no note, no roommate. I freeze. What follows is a shuffle, a breath, not mine. The lights flicker. I hurl laundry detergent at the door. Run downstairs, nothing. Just the door, locked. Outside, silence. I realize I never locked my window. On the ground floor? Of course I didn't. Now I'm living in caution mode. Every step through the house, lights blazing. Morty follows me like I'm the only safe place in the house. Midnight. I'm finally dozing off. Alarm set to convince myself I'm fine. And then I wake up. Eyes open, heart pounding. I see a figure standing at the foot of the bed. Tall, dark, no face, no features. Just emptiness. And behind it, my door creaking open. I snap a photo. It's just black. The timestamp reads 12:17. I wake up. The photo's gone. The file shows 0 bytes. Empty. Classic haunting stuff. Right? Ghost Story 101. But here's where it gets twisted. Come Wednesday, I'm hunting for salt. Not for cooking. For protection. I find a YouTube video. Salt lines won't cross. I sprinkle a salt line at my doorway. Morty walks around it. No problem. The figure doesn't approach it. But the next morning, the salt is spread, trampled into floorboards. Like this thing didn't just walk over it, it smeared it. I'm panicking. I call my mom. She thinks I'm having stress nightmares. Yeah, stress. A smear on the wall. Lights flickering. Phone dying. Ghost with no face. Of course. Thursday hits. I'm breaking schedules. I'm sleeping with the lights on, chasing Morty to make sure he's okay. The cat's acting angsty, hissing at corners, back arched. Doesn't eat. Doesn't sleep. Thursday afternoon, I sit waiting for coffee. Again. I see a shape in the froth. A face? I slam the cup down. Coffee drips across my fingers. The barista, Emma, is like, "You okay?" I shrug. Just tired. Inside, I'm screaming. But outside, I grin like nothing's wrong. Classic. That night, I'm texting Emma. She's cute. Sorry for being awkward. Then I hear the creak again. My phone rings. Caller ID, home. I answer, static, and a whisper. I'm here. Not robotic, flat, almost bored. Then click. Dead call. My phone reboots. Locks. Like never before. After reboot, factory reset recommended. That's not normal. I can't sleep. I set up my old GoPro in the hallway, pointed at the door. The next morning I review. At 4:06 a.m., the door handle slowly turns down and back up. No footsteps, no presence captured, but mortality? Check. Instant terror. My coworker suggests cameras. I order one. By Friday night, floodlight in hall. I go to bed early, expecting a face-off, but the lights never flicker. The camera, blind. Saturday rolls. I'm at my wit's end. I decide I'm moving, sell the house, sleep in a motel until I flush this out. But of course, I spot it on the bathroom mirror before I leave. A message fogged from my breath. Stay! All caps. No ambiguity. Pause. Breathe. I stare at it. Is my mind breaking? My text to Emma just says help. She doesn't text back until morning. She texts, meet me. She calls me over. At her apartment. We meet. She hugs me. I smell coffee. Calm. I think real people still exist. She says, show me. I open my phone, no pictures. She leads me to her laptop. I admit everything. She sits silent, laughs. All right, okay, maybe this is nuts. But let's check cameras. Footage. Camera by my front door shows me walking in, then another me. A figure identical in shape appears behind me, but I never turned, and it stayed visible for 7 seconds, just watching me, then vanished. Perfect clone, deep neck crease, pale skin, no reflection in glass. I'm frozen, Emma screams. Not at me, at screen. She touches the screen. What is that? I whisper. Me, I think. A clone of me, watching, waiting. So now, we're investigating. Lives share. Stories flood in. There's Tom in Texas, lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks, insomnia, and 4 times thought he had seen himself drinking water in the kitchen mirror. Files later gone from disk. He sold his house. Sarah in London thought a burglar broke in. Self saw self. It told her nothing. Just stared. She fled to her parents. I'm hitching rides. Emma goes with me. Cameras, salt lines, sage smudge, you name it. We film everything, every noise, every flicker. We've got gear blocking the windows. She sleeps with monitors. I can finally sleep, but only if she's there. Last night we heard footsteps upstairs. We live in a single-story house. She texts me, see you tonight? I'll stay. I text back, need you. So here's where we stand. I ignored them. The signs. Just a house settling. Old wiring. Phone glitch. Now, not just a ghost. I've got something that looks, sounds, maybe thinks like me, and it followed me home. What am I supposed to do? I'll leave that question with you. I didn't sleep much. Emma stayed over, but the fear didn't evaporate. It only morphed, stalked us, slipped through camera blind spots. We live in a cage of wires now. Security cameras, motion sensors, even a baby monitor in the bathroom. No privacy, only paranoia. One night at 2:42 a.m., the baby monitor crackles. A whisper, not a baby noise, but a voice. My voice. Low, calm, repeating our front door code. Over and over. I jolt upright. Stop, I whisper. The voice stops. Then in the kitchen, tap, tap, tap on the fridge. We sprint there. Door closed. No windows. Morty huddled under the mat. No footage. No footprints. No explanation. We realize something horrifying. It's not bound by space. It can mimic my voice. It whispers our secrets. It reveals my fears. After my best friend died last year, I told you it was peaceful. Now I realize I whispered fear, grief, loneliness into the darkness, and it recorded it. I woke at 3:14 a.m., crying. The clone woke me again, repeating, I miss you, my voice. And I did miss my friend. It's like terrifying mirror therapy. Let me tell you about May in Vancouver. She swears her stalker was her own reflection in the car window, face off, not blurred, blank, no emotion. When she confronted it, it vanished. Cameras captured nothing but her tears. She moved to a 1-bedroom apartment. Seconds after she turned on the bedroom light for the first time, she got a voicemail from her own phone. You're not alone. Sent from her number. Voicemail length, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Or Marcus in Berlin. Heard footsteps in his attic. Installed a baby monitor. Heard his own voice saying, "Leave him alone. He doesn't even have a child." He packed all his things and abandoned the apartment 24 hours later. Emma and I were panicking, not just because something unknown is around, but because it knows us, our house, our voices, our habits, and it's learning, adapting. We decide to fight back. First, we burn sage. Live stream the smudging. YouTube chat says cool vibe. Then salt circles. Then crucifix. Then bowls of water. Nothing works. It doesn't retreat. The smear reappears on different walls each time. It writes messages. "You left. Help me." My name scrawled backwards. This is not hauntings. This is communication. One morning, Emma wakes me. She's crying. The camera's recorded last night. At 3:33 a.m., the front door opens, but no one enters. Instead, Morty rockets from his bed and hisses at empty doorway. Lights flicker. Then a silhouette creeps behind me in the webcam's view. Tall, faceless, copycat body language. It leans close to the lens. We hear a whisper. "We're here." The timestamp shows 3 frames of static. Then, nothing. The copycat's presence just evaporates. Emma looks at me. "What do we do now?" I don't answer. I don't know. We hole up for days, we barely eat. I'm subsisting on caffeine and fear. We talk about calling the police. But what do you say? "Hey, there's a ghost soul copy of me haunting my house?" They'll label us insane. And who'd want to live in my house after? So we stay silent. We reach out anonymously in an online paranormal forum. A guy named Watcher writes back, "You've been chosen." Choose? Why me? He suggests something radical. Record yourself doing normal life. Fill the house with your routines. And he says work through trust. Challenge. Mirror your own presence until it tires. We're desperate. We shoot a 24-hour time lapse. Me cooking eggs at 7 a.m., Emma doing laundry at noon, Morty sleeping at 3 p.m., my scary monologue at 8 p.m. Nothing. No smears. No flickers. The house feels normal for 48 hours. Then it arrives like a knock on your neck. At 2:01 a.m., the monitor clicks on. The clone appears on screen in the hallway. It's looking at the time-lapse feed playing on a monitor. It's studying them, not attacking. Studying. We freeze. Through the static, its pale face turns, stares directly into our camera. Then a text appears across the screen in bold white letters. "I see you." No whisper, no tap, no smear. Just that message. I shut everything off. Gasp. Emma shuts everything off. We sit in darkness. I start to cry. She holds me. We realize we can't fight it. We can't run. We can only try to understand. So we reach out. We write a message on a small whiteboard. "What do you want?" For 3 days, nothing. Then at 3:33 a.m. on Thursday, the phone rings. Aid, private. I answer. A deep, warped version of my voice says, "You can stay, but you'll leave." A pause, then, "When you find me." Hardened teeth. We ask, "How?" Garbage clatters in the kitchen. Orbs of dust swirl in a shaft of moonlight. I hear my own laughter. Giggling? Mocking? Then the call dropped. Nothing. That night we sleep fitfully. At dawn, I wake to an empty house. No smear, no greeting, no Morty, no Emma. What is happening? And here's where it slices my soul. I realize the signs I ignored were the first attempts at communication. The smear, the voice, the tremors. They were trying to say hello, and I responded with fear. But here's the truth. Not everything that follows you is bad. Sometimes what follows you is you, a part of yourself, a wound, a memory, a fragment you tried to leave behind. It followed you home because you left it behind. Now Emma's gone. She emailed me. "I'll find you." She left photos of us with smiley faces circled, moans up on voicemail. Why did we stop? She wrote, "It's no longer haunting if we understand it. Don't run." I sit on the couch, the sunrise spilling in. I text my talk therapist. I think my shadow is real. I don't have answers, but I know where I'm heading. I can't ignore it. I want to meet it, understand it, because something followed me home, and I deserve to know why. I leave the house at sunrise. No drama, no scream, just quiet. I walk past the spot where the smear first appeared. The wall is clean now, but in the corner of my eye, I swear it shimmers, like it's still there, just not for the eyes, for something else, for me. The world outside is too bright. Everything feels too normal. People jogging, dogs peeing on lampposts, a couple arguing about oat milk, and me, hunting for the thing that haunts me. But maybe not to destroy it this time, maybe to meet it. I book a cabin up north. No Wi-Fi, no mirrors, no clocks, just me, a fire, and a notebook. For 3 days I sit, breathe, listen. The first night, nothing. Second night, I hear whispers in the trees. Third night, I wake up at 3:33 a.m. to the sound of my own laughter, outside. But here's the twist. I don't panic. I walk outside. It's cold. The air smells like pine and memory, and there I see it. Across the field, standing beneath a crooked birch, is the shape. Familiar. Same height. Same stance. It's me, or something shaped like me, watching, waiting. I raise my hand. It raises its hand. I walk forward. It doesn't move. I stop 3 feet away, and I say, "I'm not scared anymore." It leans in, face still unreadable, and whispers something I can't hear, but I feel it, like a download into my soul. It says, "Thank you." Then it vanishes. No poof, no smoke, no lightning bolt, just gone. And the silence that follows isn't empty. It's full. I go back inside and sleep. Best sleep I've had in years. When I wake up, it's sunny. My phone, dead. Doesn't matter. I feel light. Back home, Morty's waiting. Emma left a note. "Gone for now. Trust the shadow." I sit in my living room. Same couch, same walls. No smears, no flickers, no voices. Just me. But this time, I'm not afraid of being alone. Because I know I'm not. That shadow, that voice, that echo, it was never evil. It was never here to hurt me. It was trying to be heard. It followed me home because it was home. The part of me I ignored, my grief, my guilt, my memories, all those signs I dismissed were my own soul trying to speak. I drowned it out with fear, with noise, with denial. And let me be clear, this isn't just about ghosts or shadows or things that go bump in the night. This is about what we ignore, what we run from, the stuff we bury under routine, caffeine, distractions, filters, fake smiles. Sometimes the universe sends warnings, not to terrify us, but to awaken us. I got lucky. I stopped running before it was too late. But how many people ignore the signs? The creeping anxiety, the déjà vu, the gut feeling that something's off. How many people wait until something is knocking at their soul before they finally listen? If you felt like something's following you, maybe it is, but maybe it's not out to hurt you. Maybe it's trying to bring you back to yourself. So here's my advice. Don't ignore the weird. Don't run from the shadows. Don't silence the whisper just because it doesn't scream. Your soul is always talking, and sometimes it wears creepy masks to get your attention. Listen, because the scariest thing isn't the dark figure standing in your hallway at 3 a.m. It's living your whole life without ever turning around to see what it wanted to tell you.